So for those of you that are looking for a great recipe when it comes to making taco salad or taco meat, you know how you can just make your own taco salads at home. My wife came up with this recipe and the spices alone. So I'm going to show you what I put in the spices and how I ground it up because she likes hers very fine chopped up. So let's get into it. So as you can see in this case, we got 2 pounds of ground hamburger. We have our onion powder, our garlic powder, chili powder, paprika, and then garlic salt. It's just a combination of those. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut open these packages. We've already got our skillet heating up. I like to pour off the excess blood. I'm not a fan of it, as you can see. Thaw out your hamburger meat. Do the same thing here. Now these packets might look kind of weird. My wife and I live out in the country, and the one thing that we love and are so blessed that we live in an area where we can actually get good beef and not have to buy that grocery store crap. Well, this is actually a very good beef that you see me putting in the pan here. Not bragging, just saying it's one of the advantages of living in the country. Having good farmers where you can actually get good beef. One of the things that I like to use is I like to use one of these, which will help kind of chop it up. And I also like to use a spatula. So now that we got it cooking, I'll use a spatula in the beginning just to kind of get it pressed down and going. And usually once it starts cooking a little bit, I will then take and add all my spices. And then you just kind of have to stand here. Like I said, everybody's different. Some people like big chunks, but if you like a really good, finely ground up beef like my wife does, get you one of these utensils. I'll make sure I'll link one down in the description below. Now the pans that you see me using, these are probably the best pans that they make. So these are Hexclad pans, and I'm telling you, not only are they sturdy, you can use a metal spoon. Guys, you know what I'm talking about if your wife yells at you because you use metal spoons in her skillet. These don't scrape, the material doesn't come off, and the best part about them is you can actually stick it in the oven if you're making something in the oven. A lot of times I will make salmon in these pans just to get a sear on it, then I'll stick it in the oven and then finish it up in the pan. Just don't do like me and forget to grab the pan without some mittens on it. You'll burn the crap out of your hand. But I will make sure I link those as well down below. If you're interested in getting you some quality pans that will probably put you in a position where you'd never have to buy pans for a long time. My wife and I spent years buying the cheap little things at Walmart or the other things online that wouldn't last very long. And next thing you know, you're scraping up the metal and you're getting it in your food and you're eating it, you know. So that with these pans, we don't have to worry about it. We have had these for a long time. As you can see, they're still in good shape, and I try not to use metal. However, I can. That's the nice thing about these. And guys, if you know, your wife's probably got you trained pretty good enough, so even if you get these pans, you probably will still be using plastic because she probably beat it into you to quit using metal on her good pans. So anyway, just sharing a little bit of my crazy life. So again, just continuing, all we're going to do here is we're just going to continue browning our meat. As you can see, while I'm browning it, I'm trying to chop it up, get it as fine as I can. We're almost at the point where it's time to add our spices. Not there quite yet. I like to let the meat get a little bit browner. That's just me. And this tool here will chop up your meat a lot finer. Takes a lot of work, but it's worth it in the long run. The main reason it's worth it is because it makes Mama happy. Guys, you know what I'm talking about. Alright, now we're about ready to add our spices. So basically what you want to do is you want to use about a tablespoon of each of these if you're using 2 pounds of ground beef. 1 pound, you probably want to use a teaspoon. But in this case, since we're using 2 pounds, we're going to use a tablespoon. I'm taking my onion powder. Again, I'm just eyeballing it. because I'm pretty comfortable doing it. If you feel, get you a measuring spoon, but in this case I'm just kind of eyeballing it. But the one thing I will say, when it comes to the salt, you might not want to use a tablespoon. Maybe cut that in half, because salt can be overpowering, as you guys all know. But the other spices, you definitely want to do about a tablespoon of them. We got our paprika, we got our chili powder, and our garlic salt. Again, I'm only going to use about a teaspoon of it. Alright, so we're going to let this continue to cook. I'm going to continue chopping it up. And when you're done making this, you can do it however you choose to do it. This is really just our recipe. But I tell you, when I'm coming home and I walk in the house, as soon as I pull in the garage, this smells so good. The smell is not only out in the garage, it's inside the house, because we have an attached garage. It makes the house smell so good, and it tastes good. And what my wife likes to do is she will take those individual bags of salad that you can get at the store, the lettuce. She will put some Taco Bell sauce in the bottom of the bowl. She'll use just a little bit of ground meat. She'll use her bags of lettuce, and she'll put a little bit of cheese and some tomatoes. And then that's her taco salad. She'll grab a bag of Doritos, and usually she doesn't put them in her bowl. I like to put my Doritos in the bowl. She would just eat the Doritos as she's eating her taco salad. But it's just another unique way that you can make a taco salad, or you can actually just make tacos with this meat as well. The choice is up to you. So again, for the most part, this is pretty much what you want to do. You brown it to whatever your heart's content. Like my wife, she likes hers done. So I will be cooking this for a little bit longer, but you guys don't need to sit here and watch that. So basically, in a nutshell, you've already seen this is how we make it. Again, if you're using 2 pounds of beef, make sure you use a tablespoon of all your spices except the salt. Cut it in half, and then just brown your meat. If you want to use these utensils or these pans, if you like these pans that we're using, I'll make sure I link them in the description down below. And we are good to go. So happy eating, guys. Talk to you on the next one. Later.